Count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings and see what God has done. Well, it's Monday, and November is almost half over. The holiday season gets more intense. How many are ready for the holiday that you celebrate? If you don't celebrate holidays, well, I guess you have it a little easy this time of year, don't you? Today's video is Laura Ingalls Day in Keystone. I don't know how many people have watched that show or read those books. I did both for a little bit. I'm not a big fan of those particular settings, but it wasn't a bad show. I just don't like the limitations of women in those days. But that is the reality. Things were limited back then. So we have to learn from those, from the history, Those who do not learn from the past are doomed to repeat it. We don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past. Anyway, I'm rambling for reasons. It's Monday. Today's race is horses. Hold on just a minute. All right, here we go, and start. There we go. Oh. Come on. Now we're gonna have one of those days, are we? Hang on. Alright, let's show this again. There we go. There we go. She Stole. We've got Cruising. There's Marketplace. There's We Go. Nikki and Happy. There's Anne. Rowdy. Ontario. Ohio. Tay Eats. Not Your Daily. Zoe. Chris. Reef. Josie. George. There's Cal King. There's Sylvia. There's Tay, and there's Principal, and Moonsea. Let's see, there's Praying, and there's A&M. There's Amboys. There's Yudra. There's Prayer Life. There's Ian. Traveling Van. Rock. Oh, it looks like it might be true, Traveling Van. Nope, it's Shorty. Hang on a minute. Alright, this is Miss Shorty's channel. And she's a big channel. I didn't realize how big she was. 26K. And she's got some music. We got concerts. There's a casino, hotels, so traveling. And we got some shorts. And of course, lives for hanging out, which are fun and interesting. So check her out, like, share, comment. We are here again. What are we doing today? Carry days.
Yep, Carry Eagles Wilder.
Well, if they needed that much information, no, just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's a thingamabobber. I don't think that was here last time we were here, was it?
I don't think so. I see one of your buzzy buzzies.
Well, he can stay over there. Interesting. Bona, Keystone School, 40th anniversary of the flood. Everybody's had a flood or a fire, or both. Well, there you are.
I'm going to go see the church until noon today, too.
Cool beans.
Yes. I hear humans.
No, not humans. Do we want to sign in again?
Sure. Good morning. Morning.
Again, part 3.
What's that?
I said again, part 3. We've been here at least 3 times.
Oh. First we were here during the haunted house, and that was kind of wild too. But, sure.
They got mem noises, babes. I want them to know what we're doing.
I see books too.
Of course you see books.
I already own 2 of them.
What? No. Should I pretend to be impressed by that? Or surprised by that?
So that's where that was. The house sits right close to where the Indians is now.
Fun noises.
That's where the post office used to be. And of course, the 2 mines. The house by the Stepsons is just down the hill here.
You see?
The Carey store. Then Black Elk, interesting. The community hall.
It was in a weird place.
Yeah, that's where the hotel is now. Horrible story. The Etta Mine, aka Crater.
AKA private property.
There's a cemetery.
Yep, been there. It looks like a... my brain went blank. Coffin. That's the word I was looking for.
Right.
My brain went completely blank for a minute.
Site of cottage owned by Carey along the creek. Interesting. Huh. Open daily except Thursday. Thursday you're not special enough to see it.
Oh, well then.
Cakes.
Ooh.
Happy birthday, Carrie. Sign a card to Carrie.
Can we send cards to ghosts?
Why not?
All right then. Hang on a minute. You own at least half of those. The other half are on your want list.
This I will not deny.
I'm tempted by a cupcake, but I also don't want to carry it around. Oh, former teachers. Wow. It's a list. It's nice that they have a list, though. But look, baby, more books. Old Wizard of Oz. Ooh. Yes, the D. Smith will be going to one of these days. Writings. We've been there. That's coming up soon. Or actually, you'll see it by the time we show this one. Restrooms. What are you doing, Mr. Bud?
I was just reading some additional stuff over here.
Career. Oh, school building.
Okay. Interesting fact. This town no longer exists. We've driven around trying to find the stupid thing. There's supposed to be a sign out there somewhere north of Phillip.
Haven't found that yet.
Yeah. We also have seen a number of Ingalls.
Oh yeah.
Up in Meade County in places. And we're trying to put together the family line to see if they're all related. They should be.
Nah.
Wow.
That seems doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Yeah, look at all of the balls. I like the wagon though.
The wagon's very cool.
Jewelry, glove box.
Well, do we want to go to the other areas, or do we want to go to the next thing? What do we want to do, Mr. Bud?
Let's go to the other areas. Oh.
Yeah, of, was it her friend, Henry Quidner? I don't know who that was. Magnets.
Oh, actually, this is the marker from the deserted cemetery over at Harney.
Oh,
This is the marker that was in the book.
Ah.
1938, she lived in Keystone, discovering relatives buried nearby, locating also the grave of Henry's wife Polly. Henry was a brother to Maud, and Polly was a sister, cousins of the Ingalls girls. Charlie was the young boy who bothered Pa and Uncle Henry at harvest season and was stung by yellow jackets.
Fun, fun. I don't like that.
Huh. They had a newspaper up at Pedro she worked for too.
Interesting.
Never heard of the Roseland Review.
No.
Worked in Rapid City for Millicent and Keystone.
And then
in
Hill City.
Huh.
Fun.
Yeah, she was a busy lady, wasn't she?
Yes.
Just keep her moving.
She doesn't look as happy in that picture as she does in the show.
No, no. I've heard people say that it was a rough life.
I imagine it was, just from what we've seen and heard. It had to have been a very rough life.
Good, you found the lemonade and cupcakes. Good.
I was gonna say, were they lost? No, just kidding.
I did take your weight.
We want to go this way?
Yes, then
Yeah,
it will
it'll
look
be
familiar.
interesting. Yeah.
Oh, change this up a little bit, I think. It's not what I remember.
Oh, this stuff. Oh, wow.
Lease for the church. There's a globe.
It's kind of like what we got.
Kind of. Please do not touch. Why not? Out of order. Lawnmower. Oh my goodness, that must have been some work.
Oh my, yes.
The Haley store is an experience. Oh, I love the desk. It's a cool little buggy.
Gertrude Haley's autograph book.
Oh,
Hey, sweetie, it's your skull top.
I know. I just commented on that. The Haley store. Oh,
Oh, yes.
that's new.
Yes.
We may lose Joseph for a little bit. Our bearded historian. Oh, rock noises. Oh, that's cool.
I just did.
I don't know who that is, but that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I like the hats. Ooh, fire stuff. Jasper Fire. I think I vaguely remember that one. Uh-oh, they've also got flood stuff, baby.
Of course they do.
I like the little rain cloud that they made. That's kind of fun.
There's a fruit orchard.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we could have orchards here. I learned something new today.
Granite formation. A little interesting.
Very interesting. They don't know what it is. Interesting. Somebody thought it was interesting enough to take a picture of.
Exactly. Oh wow.
Places. Yeah, I think we've seen that building.
There's a railroad.
Have we driven through this? I keep thinking we have, but I also don't remember putting up a video for it. Maybe we did it recently. I remember you said something about April, but I think we're past April now. I think we're in June's videos. I'd have to look. I want to see we're in June's videos. Ooh, town founded. Flood factor.
Fort B troops bivouac below the Keystone School. Interesting. A wagon pulled by a graze is an ambulance.
That seems like a way to do it.
It's the original formation of horsepower.
True, true.
Sledding down the hill.
Doc's house.
Keystone Bank.
Holy Terror Band. Old Fire Department. Very cool. National Guard. Bridge. One of the best successes with bridges. Flooded with memories. That's fun. Haley family. That's kind of fun. Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore, Mount Rushmore. That's the cafe. Iron. Nothing there. New airplane noises.
Oh, that's funny.
Hmm?
The town voted for incorporation 9 days before the flood.
God said no.
No, actually, he said yes. Because then they
Oh,
adopted
before.
the resolution. Yeah, by
I guess I
one
was thinking
day,
after for some reason.
the Pennington County Board adopted it.
That's fun.
One day, yeah.
You shall be blessed with water.
It'll be safe.
Ooh, parades. Wow. Parades go back to the 1900s, guys. Proof right there. I guess I wonder how far they do go back. That might be a thing to look up someday.
Yeah. The Keystone hack. I like this jobby here.
That's a cool little thing.
Looks like he's gonna go jousting.
All right, now we have to decide, do we want to go up or down?
What's what?
Up it is.
Oh wow, yeah, I like it. Oh, here we go. Just for the
Yeah, I saw the fire stuff.
That's cool.
And at first I thought that those hats were like train hats, because they look like train hats.
They do.
Those are not train
It's
hats.
captain hats. I like the old-fashioned nozzle pump with the handle and everything.
Well, this is a fun doohickey. What is this doohickey? Do not touch. Sold by, it's a mining thing. It's a weigh scale of some sort.
Would be for the assayer's office.
That would be my guess. Oh, newspapers for you, babe. Oh, this is cool. Okay, anybody else think that this was like a forest ranger outfit?
Yeah. President Coolidge catches first Hills trout. Butte County authorities arrest alleged slayers.
Coolidge picks Black Hills for summer home.
Oh yeah.
Duke Wally off on honeymoon. Thank you for sharing. I guess that's important somewhere. Enormous damage to railroads. The
Milwaukee line only line open. Repair work starting today.
Scott Merle named mayor. New York associate disappears. Socialite. I don't know why I said associate.
Teddy will face Lincoln.
Hail, wind, rain, hails, wind, sweep the hills. As usual. That's huge.
From 1933. Wow.
That's huge. Nazis expected daring stab towards Paris. Stab.
Hitler dies.
Sign surrendered.
Sign surrendered.
Victory! Stock growers hear grim warning. Dakota Days gets underway despite rain. America leaves
yes.
Hamburger Hill. Torrance, then Major dies.
Major disaster.
I can read.
Your reading has gone downhill.
I am tired. Historical mining camp lives again. Let's celebrate. That must be for the 4th. Lightning kills CCC firefighter. Ooh, I don't know, good. Lots of titles there. Man realizes his age-old dream.
Set foot on the moon.
U.S. troops being sent to Mideast. Kennedy slain. And multiple titles. World War I and II items. Shoes.
Like the old playing cards.
Seems like there's less in this area than I remember.
Maybe they moved it upstairs.
Maybe. Just saying.
Peterson memorabilia. Santa Claus suit is retired after 50 years.
All kinds of incredible Reverend Carl. This is stuff.
Culture exhibit.
Orphan Train. Tired of winning. Who would be tired of winning? Ooh, Ski Troop Attack. Family Band. South Dakota History Book. Ooh, hat noises.
What do you mean by that? We do.
We can? You want to head that way? Yeah. Okay. All right. Church noises. Ooh.
I'm having conflict later this morning, so we might have a church open.
Ah, sorry about that.
No, it's not a big thing. I've got time and
Okay. I'm glad I didn't want to inconvenience anybody.
when you get a doctor's appointment, you don't get
That depends on how hard it is to get to that doctor, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, you just,
Oh, wow.
yeah, this is a church built in 1890.
Wow.
And unfortunately, it fell on hard times. Military mine closed. In 1903, a lot of our church members worked there. So they ended up moving. And in 1950, let me get the church had looked like this. Carrie joined the church in 1916. Now this photo from actually 1898 is probably what it looked like in here because
Very
it was
cool.
on hard times. There was no upgrades, no
No pretty windows.
Notice the stovepipe
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was had a stove sitting there. In
Wow.
front of the front pews. This would have been an oil lamp. They also had carbide lamps in here. At some point, there in the early days, they had a generator at Hallie's store, but you gotta stop at Hallie's store.
Oh yeah, Hallie's store's an experience.
Yeah.
Haven't been there in a while, but
Yeah, and so they had electricity, but with the church being on hard times, they were back to the oil lamps and the carbide. Let me just turn on my lights here. Carrie was a homesteader in 1908. She learned how to set type in, was it 1889?
oh
And she
wow.
worked at the DeSmet paper. And then when she left there in the early 1900s, she went to Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, Wyoming. In 1908, she was homesteading with a mule at Totlar, and this kind of all deals with that. And lots of magnifying glasses, kind of a synopsis of the various postcards. Take your time, there's no hurry on that. One of the big deals, since the church was so inactive for such a long time, the church records were all passed down in this cardboard envelope right here.
That's kind of cool though.
It is cool. And
So many records get lost.
they do, and we have some pretty good records. And Harry was in charge of those at one time. But she was probably in every office in the church, and the Ladies' Aid was active. She was active in that. This is a postcard addressed to Mrs. D.N. Swansea. That's after she
Oh, wow.
married. That would have came from her sister Grace. Was just wonderful at writing. Look at that beautiful handwriting that she had.
Definitely better than mine.
Carrie, and Grace was always saying, you know, you need to write, you need to write. But Carrie kept in touch with people because she came to Keystone from Pedro in 1909 in December, and the postcard arrived, you know, right with her. So
That's funny.
people knew where she was going. So I think she was always on the train sending a postcard. And because she was working with these newspapers all over the state, she'd get sent in to make this newspaper work for a while and get sent somewhere else.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
She was good at setting it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, she was in her 30s and she was very capable of that. These are various pictures of the church. Back in 1912, right after she was married,
Wow.
she and Harold and Mary were on a hayride, obviously, a wagon ride.
That's
in
very
Hesner's
cool.
Orchard off toward the cemetery. The museum has the China Shepherdess.
Yep, I saw that.
Oh, okay, yeah. And this was where the recorder was, or Carrie's newspaper. School is up behind here, and kids are sledding down on that. So, yeah. It's quite the wrinkle.
My husband's sort of a historian. I'm just not very good at standing still.
Oh, yeah, no. He can take all the time he wants, and you can have a cookie. Would you like some water? I don't have cold water.
What's with it, baby?
Yeah, see something funny?
I like funny. Hang on. I'm working my way over there. Hold on. I'm coming.
Okay, class
Uh-oh.
notes.
Class notes.
This is a postcard from Top Bar. What's missing?
Well, I see a stamp.
Mm-hmm.
I see a name and the state.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not a name. That's the city. There is a name. I was just looking at the city because I'm a genius.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No zip code.
Oh.
This predates it all.
Oh.
But that's cool.
I should have known that.
Postcard. Wow.
This one doesn't have a zip code either.
Yeah. Because Top Bar, I'm trying to, I think they had a post office if I remember right, but Yeah, this is probably before they started doing all that fun stuff with the postal service.
So are you familiar with Top Bar?
I told you he's a historian.
I remember seeing the notes. They said they put a sign out there somewhere. We've driven out into cornfields looking for it. But see, according to what everybody said, is that you go north from Phillip,
Yeah.
up that one road, and then it's supposed to be. One side said that it's supposed to be over on the right side. Another one says the cemetery is on the left side. Well, if you look for the cemetery, it's a construction yard. So I don't know if they just filled it in or what they did. But apparently one class built a sign for out there, and we've never found the sign either. So I don't know.
It's on his to find list along with Cooper.
Pedro, another example. We've actually been to Pedro.
Oh, okay.
You see some of the buildings that are still up there, but they're all abandoned now because somebody's out there using it for ranching and stuff. But
I didn't realize that was just I just saw it.
oh yeah, we've got photographs of some of the buildings from Pedro. It's from what I understand also is that it had its own moment of notoriety because that's where I'm trying to remember the guy's name. When the Native Americans came down for Wounded Knee, Bigfoot and his tribe stopped at Pedro to get supplies and then started south from way up there.
Okay.
But yeah, there's not much left of Pedro. I guess they had a heck of a fire. Everybody seems to have a fire.
Or a flood or both.
Well, everything's made out of wood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Deadwood had it, Keystone had a fire, yeah. And so eventually people either learned to build with stone or rock. That's why most of Hot Springs is still standing, is that they got a hold of a bunch of that sandstone. But yeah, Pedro, the other thing is, some of those places are just way out there in the middle of nowhere. There's a couple towns that I spent way too much time studying.
That's what you do.
There was a town at one time called Cooper. Well, 3 different places. Grindstone. Again, Grindstone was actually funny because it wound up in 3 different counties. But the first time it was in Stanley County. And then the guy who ran the post office decided to move over here, and that wound up putting him in Pennington County, up by Pedro.
Okay.
And then the third time that they moved it moved into the present day Hacking County.
Okay.
Well, for the funniness of it, the post office wound up moving into the old building for what used to be the town and stop station for Climax. Now, interestingly enough, the Grindstone Hall is still standing. Because if you go out there and go up Grindstone Road, you're going to see off here.
Yeah,
It's right there.
with that road, yeah.
We've been to the hall, 3 times?
Yeah.
We have family back in East River, so sometimes we kind of rattle along that way.
It's fun.
You've got 3 different routes to get there.
Yeah, the thing we have a fun time with my ancestors is that we joke, if you drop a name in Union Center, White Owl, Red Owl, Enning, it's like, oh yeah, we know her.
Sure.
It's like 65% of the town you're related to. Oh crud.
Yeah.
Well, when your town's only 28 people, it's kind of easy to do that. But yeah, we stopped at the, I think it was in Enning.
It was an ending. They had a sale.
Kind of like a glorified
rummage sale.
Oh, okay.
In the old school buildings. And so I said, oh yeah, we're going to go visit my grandmother's grave over in what? Oh, what's that? Well, that's Edith. Oh, we know. Her cousin lives right down the street. By the way, we're cousins. Hi. The family tree is like right there, so it's fun though. I mean, when you're the thing is funny is you look at Mickelson and Michelson, spelled the exact same way,
yes,
but it's just that pronunciation difference that separates me from an old governor. So I'm like,
Makes the research hard though, because they're spelled the same way.
exactly. We still wind up over in Scandinavia, whether we want to or not. But
Be sure you get one of these, and then I'll have you sign the guest book.
You get to sign it this
I'll
time.
sign it.
I signed the last one.
Oh, okay.
I love these churches though.
Yeah, take plenty of
Oh, no.
Water here. Sign on this skip line. This is sign here.
Don't give him an excuse to ramble, because he will.
So you have been to the museum already?
Oh, yeah, we started there. We've actually been to the museum 3 times now.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
we saw this advertised on Facebook, and I'm just like, well, maybe we'll see something we've seen. He saw the church, and we haven't seen the church, so we figured, well, come peek inside.
Well, we weren't sure how many people would be coming around first thing in the morning. We're taking a bigger crowd tomorrow and Sunday. So we know
Right. Yeah, I was kind of surprised it wasn't busier. But it, being Friday, I guess everybody's working, so.
Yeah, it's. So where do you live?
Rapid.
Oh, Rapid. So it's an easy.
Oh, yeah, it's an easy. It's an easy. And after we're done here, we're going to go down to the Daisy 76.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're going to make a day of it. I'm taking the day off from work, so might as well.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been down there for a long time. Up there, actually.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like one of the oldest parades in South Dakota because it dates back all those years. But
We had graduate students here from Suriname, and they were working on a field camp in Wyoming. And so we took them down there for the parade.
Oh,
and
nice.
It was a great time. Pretty terrific kids, so.
the thing we remember, we both had the shop here in Keystone. We were selling
Our
sports
successful
cars.
failure.
Yeah, we managed to get through a whole summer without